What's going on, everybody? This is Trapped in a Timeline update for the day. And today we are about to update you guys on the social media lawsuit that's been happening in Los Angeles now for the last few weeks. The jury was actually deliberating for like about 2 weeks. Today is the day, March 25th, 2026. They came in with their verdict, and the verdict is they are holding the social media apps Meta and Google liable for their part in causing this person, the young woman who brought on this case, that she was that social media caused her to have mental health issues and also anxiety and stuff like that, and that's why she sued. So Dre, just off of that, how do you feel about this verdict, my guy?
Man, I feel pretty good about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a catch-22 for me too, in a sense. Because I mean, I understand that she's going after him for making these addictive devices and all of that, but we still haven't came up with the resolution to this plan. You know, because it is a good product, but yet therefore, how do we regulate this product? Because I don't still see it going away because it's generating so much money. It's that's the thing that's
Yeah.
hurting it. And that's what's bringing a lot of attention on here and a lot of some of these cases because I'm like, okay, you keep going after the kids and saying it's designed for the kids, but you have all age groups using it. I mean, so everybody's addicted, not just the kids. So I understand
Yeah,
that's
and it's not.
that's where they're shooting at in the courtroom, but I mean,
And I
everybody's
don't think
addicted.
it's just for the kids. I just think it's a young person who was the first one to file this lawsuit. But yeah, like you said, I mean, social media will never go away. But this case right here could possibly change the way that these social media apps design the apps to get people to become addicted. And they got to come up with solutions and stuff, like you said, to stop the so much usage. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be time restrictions on these apps, and I'm hoping that they just kind of, like evaluate and then kind of recreate these whole social media apps, man, so people aren't so addictive. But we'll get into the verdict details real quick. So negligence was found. The jury ruled that both Meta, which is a parent of Instagram and Facebook, and Google, which is the owner of YouTube, were negligent in their platform designs and failed to adequately warn users of the potential for addiction. Total damages, the plaintiff was awarded 3 million in compensatory damages, and the split. So Meta is found 70% responsible. They have to pay 2.1 million, while Google was found 30% responsible, and they're going to have to pay 900,000. So in the punitive phase, crucially, the jury found the companies acted with malice, oppression, or fraud, triggering a second phase of the trial to determine the punitive damages, which could be significantly higher. So she could even be getting paid more from all
So
of.
you see, they're generating a lot of money. If you can pay out that much, so
Oh,
that's what's letting us
yeah,
know.
these
Like
companies,
there's a lot
these are
going
top.
on here.
Oh yeah.
And now that she's getting awarded this, I'm like, do we monitor her to see if she's really going to stay off of social media now? What happens with that?
Well, that's hard. I mean, we can't monitor her, but that is a good question. Like, okay, so I
Gotta
mean,
gotta put that in the air because that's what this is all about.
right. So now does she have some type of obligation herself to stay off of social media? I wonder how does that work, you know what I mean, on
Well,
the
this is
reverse
how it
hand.
should work. Well, this is just my thinking and how I think it should work. Since you were awarded that 3 million, some of that money should be going towards to putting either some restrictions or helping out this problem because we know it's not going away and we know she still
Well,
probably has a phone and is active on it and therefore we need you to jump in the fight on
no,
the other
I
side. Put
wouldn't
some
I
of that
wouldn't
money up.
agree with that. I wouldn't think that her money should have to go. The fuck that. The social media company
I'm
money,
saying, yeah,
they
them
have.
too, but her too.
No, maybe like I said, she has to do something on her own, but she shouldn't have to contribute to their fuck up.
No, not
That's their.
them. I'm not saying their, but I'm saying on the fight to stop it. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
That's what I'm
that
saying. Like, do
that
something
that's
like how we're doing. Like, maybe start a podcast
right.
awareness, something like that. You know, I'm just
Yeah, no,
saying
I
like
think that's a good idea. I
she
think
shouldn't just
she
fade
should.
off and go play around with her 3 million, and the next thing we know, we
Right,
see her in a couple years.
and it could possibly be even more than that. You know what I'm saying? With when we go to
Well,
the second
so
phase.
that yeah, so
Yeah,
you know,
she can't.
because you do got
All right.
scammers out there. So
Yeah, you do. So just in case if people aren't familiar with this, we'll give you a little background real quick. This lawsuit was first of its kind to go to trial, acting as a bellwether for over, I think, no, bellwether, a bellwether for over 1,600 similar cases nationwide. The plaintiff, who began using social media at the age of 6, argued that features like infinite scroll, autoplay, and notifications were intentionally designed to hook vulnerable minors. That, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's like the background, and that's where she started at the age 6. So if they were documenting, they have, I'm sure they do have proof of that. That is
got them
kind of
hooked
crazy.
at
I
six.
mean, that at 6, I mean, I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah. What do
kind
you
of
think
have to
about
go
that?
like, well, what I think about that, that's the parents' fault at that age.
Okay. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
At 6 years old, I mean, Jesus Christ, like how much social media did you allow your freaking 6-year-old to be on? Like that's a little, that's a whole nother conversation right
And
there.
did
Like the
you owe
parent,
you because you had to be going over there opening little apps and showing them stuff to be letting them sit there just play on the phone for that long at 6 years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
So yeah, that's more on the parent right
And
there.
out, and you should sit in there letting your kid just, do the infinite
What's your
scroll.
favorite line? Say it. What's your favorite line? They do it.
What? Oh yeah,
You let
parents
them
do
do it
it.
so they
So the kids can, they allow the kids to do it so the parents can do it themselves. You never
and
lie.
and at 6 we know that parent has to be involved in that.
Absolutely. I mean, well, shit,
No
where did
sit.
they get the phone or the iPad or whatever they're using?
Mhm.
So, and also so yesterday there was also a ruling in New Mexico, a
Okay.
separate ruling in New Mexico where where Meta was ordered to pay 375 million in a case involving child safety and sexual exploitation. So that was a whole nother one. So like Meta's getting
That's
fucking smacked around right
Well,
now.
and that's what I'm saying. Everybody's coming after him for any little thing that goes wrong with social media or this internet. They're coming right after them, suing and basically trying to get some money out of them. And they're raking in the dollars. They're trying to shut these people up. But these
Yeah,
people are loud. These people are loud, and they're taking it to court. And you know how that goes when they go to court. Yeah, it gets
yeah.
serious.
It's a done deal. So as far as the punitive damages phase, because the jury found the companies acted with malice, oppression, or fraud, this next stage allows for awards far beyond the initial 3 million. So the purpose would be these damages are designed to punish the defenders and deter similar future actions. So they're like, yeah, these are gonna be a lot higher because that 3 million, that's nothing. So they make that in a fucking 1 minute for
That's
Meta
what
and
I'm
Fate,
saying.
make that in 1 minute, so that's nothing. That's 1 penny to us, maybe not even that.
They just
The
throwing that out
procedure
there.
the jurors will hear new evidence specifically related to the company's financial status and the severity of their conduct. Alright, so they're gonna hear all that, and then the potential scale. Given that Meta and Alphabet, Google are multiple trillion-dollar companies, legal experts suggest punitive awards could potentially reach tens of millions. Of course.
Yeah.
And
You think?
and the impact, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you think, yeah, it's gonna hit everybody. Like,
Oh,
come
it's
on.
gonna be a whole lot of
Uh,
money.
they
And
know
so
that.
with the impact that these pending lawsuits will have as a bellwether trial, this verdict serves as a critical test case for approximately 2,000 other lawsuits filed by families in school districts nationwide. Jesus. So the rule invalidates the strategy of treating social media platforms as defective products rather than just content hosts. The bypasses Section 230 protections that typically shield tech companies from liability. Oh shit, see? So now all that shit may go out the window. Settlement leverage. A victory for the plaintiff gives thousands of the other claimants significant leverage to push for broader settlements or court mandated design changes. Tell you, they're about to
Mhm.
have to change how this shit works.
Yeah,
And
everybody's saying it. So
yeah,
they gonna have to get on it. I mean, I think they're already in the works for some stuff already. I really do, because it's starting to surface now. You hear a lot of people talking about it. I mean, not as much as I really think it should be to that level yet, but it's heating up.
yeah,
And
because so many people are addicted, and it's like anything else. When you really love something or like something or need something, you're not going to say anything to get rid of it. You want to
but a
keep it
lot of
around
people
for.
aren't taking it. It's still not getting taken that serious. You could tell somebody today, and they might laugh at you if you say I'm addicted to Instagram, or some people may kind of are starting to be like, yeah, I kind of get what you're talking about, but it's not the same as like if you said I was, I'm an alcoholic.
No, you never lied, bro. You never lied. So, a couple of upcoming trials. You got a massive federal case involving states and school district is scheduled for trial this summer, and that's in Oakland, California. And in LA, another state trial involving Meta, Google, TikTok, and Snap is slated to begin in July. So, we're going to give everybody all the updates on all those. And, as this moves along and all these cases start clocking in, we'll let you guys know what's up. But, stay up and try to get your own research and don't be trapped in the timeline. Right, Dre?
Don't get trapped. And if you are trapped, stay trapped in a good way.
In a good way. So this is a trapped in the timeline update. I'm half,
And I'm Dre.
and we're gonna catch you guys on episode 15. And go watch episode 14 right now. It just dropped. It's on YouTube and Spotify. Go check it out. Trapped in the timeline. We out of here.